Hello, Fee, David. Well done. And Craig and the Goodman household. Hello. Rainy and dreary in Sydney. I don't think we need to decant it, Craig, but you can if you want to. I agree. Fiona's saying, hello. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the chat that I missed out on because it's been another one of those afternoons. And Fiona is saying, I always struggle with the decision to decant, and I didn't talk about decanting in the emails, and I don't think it needs it. But if you want to, then just before you drink it, absolutely. I have some beautiful chicken terrine. Thank you, Fiona. There's Polly's little face. Polly had her teeth cleaned yesterday, so she's a bit flat. And I probably should let you see what I'm wearing. They just came in yesterday. So anyone who's ordered a Peacock T-shirt, it'll be delivered with your Drinks with Kate box, or T-shirts will be delivered with your Drinks with Kate boxes over the next couple of weeks. Peter's actually brought me one that isn't on me, so that's what it looks like. Oops. That's what it looks like flat. It's beautiful, isn't it? Everyone's been wearing, we all got ours yesterday, so we all wore them today. It was very funny. We looked like we joined another cult. Oh my God. So what if David's saying the duck spectacular, excellent. Hello Kay, how are you? Fiona and David and the other Kay without an E, hello. Craig and Joan and Karen, hello. Shell and Andrew, grilled cheese just hitting the fry pan now. Hello Rob, how you going? Oh my gosh, it's just refreshed. Who have I missed? Nobody. If there's such a thing as a perfect Chardonnay, it would be something like this, said Fiona, that somebody brings to your house. You don't have to drive anywhere, and the other person is teetotaler. Very good. Hello Rita. And the Camille family. Hello, Kay. Oh, what have you brought me now? Oh, I've shown them all the T-shirts. I've shown them now. So anyone who is late misses out on seeing the T-shirt. I'm tough, aren't I? Kay has the McIntyre 2019 in the cellar, trying to run down the cellar. I know, we saw that, Kay. I know you skipped this box. That's all right. That's what you can do. I don't recommend it because there's always FOMO involved, but, it's okay. Hello, Michael. How are you? 2012, exciting. Nice to finish the box on a bang. Jeff and Sue, hello. I know, Shell. Isn't the shirt good? Isn't it cool? There you go. Anyone who didn't see it, there it is again. So those of us who did vintage got our names on the back. You guys got one just with the peacock on the front. If you ordered it. If you didn't order it, you'll be feeling sad now, I reckon. Anyway. Hello, Peter and Karen. How are you? I'm so glad that all of you have T-shirts. Dan and Paige, hello. Craig's going to wear his to Pinot Palooza. We're not attending. No, that's right, Craig. So Pinot Palooza, talk about that later. I'll get some wine in my glass first. Is it still chicken Kiev or chicken Kiev? Good point. I'll get some wine in my glass first. Is it still chicken Kiev or chicken Kiev? Good point. Very good. Rob, throwing caution to the wind and doing a chicken Kiev tonight with home-cooked chippies from our garden potatoes. Yum, that sounds delicious. There's my wine, 2012. Oh, it's a tight one. So you guys know the trick that you turn the bottle, not the screw cap. So I'm using this hand to turn and this hand to hold it still. It's a much better way to open a screw cap than trying to turn the screw cap. You get leverage. There's physics in there and everything. Jill's bringing me some toast. Bless you, Jill. Thank you. Do you want to show off your T-shirt as well?
Yeah, we'll soon.
Oh, cool.
Where do we put this? There we are.
There we go. There.
See, that doesn't look very attractive. attractive, does it?
I was running
So
very
now
late.
I'm going to do a
You're going to
little
make it pretty for me?
reorganisation. A little bit of dried bay leaf here, and a little toast on the side.
This is
Now,
styling food.
there
from
we
your-
are.
No, you have to, hang on, you have to show it without tipping it on the computer. There we go.
Right.
Yay.
So that's much nicer.
Thank
It'll
you,
taste
Jill.
much better.
It will taste better. Thank
And
you.
yes, I too have a Reggie Peacock t-shirt. And I hope Kate has pointed out, as Maggie showed me.
No, it's a surprise.
Ah.
You've got to find the hidden message in the peacock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably what you're expecting it to be. So it's not that, but it's pretty good. Okay. All right. Emily and Kevin, that's all right. I was also almost running late, so you've done well. Jill has just restyled my food for me. Thank you. Jill has got the matching cardie. Absolutely, Rita. Jill's very good at getting her colour coordinations right. My hair's getting a bit buffy, a bit out of control. All right. So Fiona's getting into the wine. I better start tasting it. Star turn from Jill. I know, Craig. Jill never comes on the camera, and she did tonight with abandon. It's amazing. The dyes are in the house. Hello, dyes. I had to have a little bit of water because I'm a bit dehydrated. Been talking a lot today. And Fee is already into her tasting notes. So let me have a smell and see if I'm in agreement. God, I love this wine. Makes me so happy. So we have little bits of this, and so as Wine Club members, those of you in Drinks with Kate who are in the Wine Club, you can order this through the website. But we'll be having a play with this with some mixed cases as well over the winter. So lots of fun. How delicious is this wine? So Fiona is saying candied lemon, maybe some feijoa. Feijoa is like fruity whiz fizz. I like it. So for me, I'm definitely getting candied lemon peel, and there's a almost lemon marmalade kind of a note to it as well, which I think is really lovely. I'm not getting the feijoa yet, but I'm going to keep looking. I get a little bit of kumquat on the nose, a little bit of kumquat marmalade as well, which if you've had Jill's kumquat marmalade, hello Alison. Alison's getting soft nougat. There's definitely for me, there's sort of a toasted almond nougat kind of creaminess almost. Isn't the colour awesome? Pretty cool. So yeah, I'm getting almost like a lemon. You know those fizzy lemon lollies that. So Fiona said fruity whiz fizz. So for me, it's those lemon sherbies that have the hard exterior, lemon flavored exterior with lemon sherbet on the inside when you either suck them enough and crack into them. Vanilla and almond, absolutely, for the nougat character. So 2012 Chardonnay, how long ago is that? Feels like a long time ago now. It's 2025, so that's 13 years ago. So have a think about what you were doing in 2012. I know we've done this before, but I do like reminding us that this wine comes from a different era. I just had to have a sip of that. The nose is so beautiful. There's a little bit of toasted brioche coming up on the nose for me now too. 2026, thank you, Kay. See, if you hadn't already worked it out, I'm dreadful with numbers. I've been doing a lot of numbers today, so my brain's completely fried. So 2026, thank you, Kay. So that makes it the 2012 to 2026, 14 years old. Is that right? It is 2026. That's correct, Michael and Kay. Thank you. A little bit of butteriness from Michael, absolutely. Andrew and Shell would have been gearing up for Coachella soon after harvest, and I just want to say how cool you used to be. I bet you did used to be cool. You're still cool. There's mozzies everywhere here, and I think I just had one on my forehead. Anyway, whatever it was, I've squashed it now. Sorry, powers that be. What's Dan said? 2012 is only 4 years ago. What on earth? I know, Dan. It's a little bit of a problem that we've lost a little. Craig's still in 2025. 2012 was Annus Horribilis for Fiona. I think we might have had this conversation before. So 2012, I was at university in that's not right. 2012. Oh, I was already working at Moorooduc in 2012. I'd been an MW for 2 years, so I was just starting to get used to being a master of wine. And 2012 was the year. I remember I said to Dad and Jeremy, because Jeremy was working with us when we were making the Timmins by Tractor wine here, and I said I'd really like to be involved with vintage because I think I should do some winemaking to learn how it all works. Because I hadn't done any winemaking for probably about 10 years at that stage. And Dad and Jeremy said, great, you can do vintage with us. And then I didn't really clear my schedule as much as I should have. And we had the Melbourne Food and Wine Festival, and I was involved with the wine masterclasses. I think that might have been the year that Jancis Robinson came out. It was a really warm late February, early March, and I remember standing outside the Arts Centre in Melbourne talking to Jancis Robinson about champagne, and it was wonderful. But I didn't do any winemaking in 2012, so it was all Richard and Jeremy. Mycobacterium ulcerae in 12 weeks, Michael said. That's I don't know what that means, but it sounds like not very good from Fiona's response. Rita, the Kimmels went to Tuscany on holiday. How lovely. Alison, 2012 was a good year, still living in London, so much travel. That sounds like fun. Lots of Michael's patients have it. So avoid mozzies. Thank you, Michael. So, okay, yes, no, I think I got that one before it bit me. So, yeah, Gangnam Style was released. Oh my God, that one before it bit me. So, yeah, Gangnam Style was released. Oh my God, thank you, Dave. That's fantastic. That is worth celebrating. Gangnam Style was released in 2012. I feel really old now because I was basically, with a few adjustments, doing much the same in 2012 as I'm doing now. And it doesn't feel like it was 14 years ago. Oh, well, I better have some more Chardonnay. I was, okay, Shell is also pairing this wine with mashed potatoes. That's an amazing match. Mashed potatoes, particularly Yukon Gold potatoes, are pretty awesome. I'm going to have a little bite of this terrine that chills so beautifully. Actually, Dan, what you need to do, because I don't think I ever did when it first came out, but recently someone mentioned Gangnam Style to me, and I was reading an article. It was about the artist. He's quite interesting. If you watch the video clip to that song, it's amazing. It's awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna have a bite of food and then I'll answer all your questions, Michael. So, yum. Good ratio of butter to toast, Jill. Thank you. Fiona's Leroy was born in 2012, so not a complete waste of a year. Oh, that's good. How much malolactic? Michael wants to know. So, Joan's chicken nuggets, how yummy, Craig. And Joan, that sounds amazing, because I bet they're nothing like the chicken nuggets that you buy at the fast food. David Inchley's beautiful husky was born. Oh, cheers to beautiful huskies. So, this vintage 2012 for the grapes, as well as the fact that I wasn't there to make the wine, and I got sacked at the beginning of vintage because I hadn't made myself available enough. It taught me a valuable lesson. It came after the Anis horribilis for the vineyard and for the wine industry 2011, which was when we had all that rain and the vines got really hot. Got wet. The ground got wet, they got waterlogged, they struggled. The 2011s we've had before, and it's pretty delicious. But a lot of the wines from 2011 were difficult, particularly when they were young, and a lot of them were, sorry, I'm just having a bit of trouble with my hair. I'll stop playing with it. Just making it worse. 2012, the vines were still quite traumatized by the year that they'd had the previous year. And so it was apart from that little bit of hot weather, which maybe that was 2013 that I'm thinking of with the hot weather, because it doesn't quite, maybe it was 2013 that Jancis was out. And anyway, doesn't matter. I know that 2012 was a coolish year, and the ground was still wet and was drying out. So the vines were a bit stressed, and they produced smallish crops. But because it was a cool, not too hot, not too cold vintage, it was a really beautiful classic vintage for us. And the vintage 12 and 13, and then 15 and 16 are really nice vintages to compare with each other, because 12 and 15 were both cool years, really precise crystalline structure, and I think you see that in this wine still. It's got this gorgeous kind of shape. It's like a crystal ball, in that it doesn't have any harsh edges. It's got a lot of it's got a bit of creaminess to it. Michael asked about malolactic fermentation. This would be very close to 100%, if not 100%. We would have allowed it to go through as much as it could. But we also got really beautiful natural acidity in 2012. So there's lovely tartaric acid kind of holding that up, and then the malic acid changed to lactic acid, gives it that little bit of softness and creaminess in the mid palate. It puts to bed the idea that Chardonnays with full Malo can't age and don't have structure, because if you get the right levels of acid in the fruit and in the juice, then you can and if you don't have too much malic acid in the juice, then you get this lovely balance of firm, fresh acidity, and that's coming through, and that lemony line to it. Alison's just looked in her photo book from 2012. Lucky I have a record, as I don't remember most of it at all. That's awesome. Michael's having his with a ratatouille with tomatoes, eggplants and zucchinis grown at Summers. They're a good match. Oh, good. I think sometimes those flavours are quite difficult for Chardonnay, but I think this is because it's aged and because it's complex, it kind of handles difficult flavours better than a younger, less complicated Chardonnay. Excuse me. The Goodmans discovered Otago Pinots in 2012. That's a pretty good discovery. I agree in Arima, it doesn't look or taste 14 years old, although it has quite a golden hue to it. It's not deep, it's not dark in colour, it's just changed from being more lemony to more golden, which I think is a nice adjustment of colour and shows a little bit of age. Craig is asking, left field question, what year did Jeremy come on board, or has he been here from the start? He definitely hasn't been here from the start. Jill, is Richard out there? Oh, I need him to answer a question. Well, that's not very helpful. So, Jeremy, are you watching? Can you tell me? I believe that Jeremy got in. So it was complicated because Jeremy was employed by 10 Minutes by Tractor, but we were making the 10 Minutes by Tractor wines here. And when Jeremy came on board with 10 Minutes by Tractor, Martin thought he was buying a winery, and the winery ended up not being what he was looking for to make wines. So Jeremy came to work here at Moorooduc, partly as a Moorooduc employee and partly as a 10 Minutes by Tractor employee. Dad, question, when did Jeremy start at Moorooduc Estate? Was it 2010 that he started with 10 Minutes by Tractor?
Well, it was 2009, but he wasn't really here. Sorry. Okay. In 2009, it was a sort of mixed thing because what they call now the Coolout Road vineyard had a winery on it, and he was supposed to make wine for 10 Minutes by Tractor there. And then we had these super hot days and lost half the crop because everything on the west side died, and we ended up
2009,
yeah. So that 2009 vintage was, there were other things that happened we don't need to talk about, but by the end of that 2009 year, he was doing the winemaking here rather than there.
Right.
But the first vintage that he was fully doing it with us here was 2010.
Cool. Excellent.
Okay.
And then he came to work fully for us in 2016. So yeah, so he's been with us in one way or another since 2010, really, which is awesome. And he's had a very strong influence on how we do things and what we do. Nice haircut, Richard. Nice haircut. The neighbours across the road noticed. Hi, neighbours. Yes, every now and again we get the clippers out and give Richard a bit of a buzz.
3 times a year.
Again, we get the clippers out and give Richard a bit of a buzz.
3 times a year.
When it gets too long, it gets too crazy. Rita's saying hello. Craig, hang on, you are not 10 Minutes by Tractor from their winery. Does that invalidate their theory? No, Craig, because we were just helping out with some contract winemaking back then in the early days until they built their winery. So that was an old relationship that we had with them before Martin bought the business, and then for a few years after Martin bought the business, and he thought that with this winery at Coolout Road, that was going to provide him with a winery to make his own wine in. Didn't work out that way, so he had to build the winery that he's got now, which is also at Coolout Road.
It is.
But it's a brand new custom built winery. Took him a bit longer than he'd hoped, so we made the wine here for a bit longer. It got a bit crowded towards the end because we were making a lot of wine for them and quite a lot of wine for us. So it was, yeah. But it was good times, and there you go. Right, oh God, I'm missing all the comments. Keely and Jean spent half of 2020. Nareem didn't finish that. Rob, Kate, I vaguely recall you once said the critics didn't like this on release. Is that right? Yeah, that's true. I think there are a couple of things that happened with this 2012 that. Before you take it away, could I have just a little splash more? Thank you, because I have a feeling it might not come back because it's jolly delicious. Thank you. Laden in a grilled cheese is a revelation. Shell, I agree. 10 years by mile. Yeah, I think we had to drive by then. Martin was one of the first people down here on the peninsula to buy a Tesla. So their vineyards might have been 10 minutes by Tesla from us if he drove very fast down the dirt roads. I remember taking that car for a drive when he first got it and was amazed by how fast it could go. So yeah, Rob, the critics had come off the back of the 2011 vintage, and then the 20. So yeah, Rob, the critics had come off the back of the 2011 vintage, and then the 2012 vintage was seen as being a little bit too restrained, too savoury. It was quite closed when it was young. So it was partly the critics, but also we had distributors at the time who really couldn't handle the single vineyard wines. In 2000 they forgot to budget to sell any of the 2010 single vineyard wines. It took me 3 years to get them to actually put single vineyard wines into the budget again. So by then we'd sort of fallen out of love, and it was all a bit messy. So 10 minutes by Superbike. Thank you, Dan. So our distributors didn't sell as much as this wine as they should have, but also the critics didn't get it, and it was a weird time back then. So we put a bit of this down, and lucky us that we did, because we get to drink it and enjoy it now. Lucky us that we did, because we get to drink it and enjoy it now. Lucky us that we did, because we get to drink it and enjoy it now. So have I missed any questions? It's all zooming past a bit too fast. Michael, definitely not a dark colour. Is a 14-year-old Chardonnay that hasn't darkened a better wine in general. Not necessarily, Michael, but I think that for me, the darkening of colour has to do often with oxidation. And so because the wine's under screw cap, if the screw cap is not broken, damaged, then it stops the wine from oxidizing. So the wine ages in a very low oxygen environment. There's a little bit of oxygen that goes into the wine when it's bottled, but corks that don't work properly allow some oxygen in. And usually it's wine under cork, Chardonnay under cork, or white wine under cork that ages and becomes quite dark in colour. And that, for me, is a bit of an oxidizing character. I'm not a scientist, and I'm not a wine scientist, but that's my understanding of it. Richard's looking at me slightly bemusedly. So I could be saying completely wrong things. You're very welcome to come and correct me, Richard. But I find often that white wine that's got very dark in colour is not very attractive. Richard has a good story from when he was in Oxford in the 70s from a friend who served up a Merceau that was brown in colour and was disgustingly oxidised, and everyone said, isn't this delicious? This is what aged Chardonnay should taste like. So we've changed our parameters, I guess, or perhaps people accepted things back then that we don't accept now. Perhaps. I'm going to... Dad said if the air gets in, you get oxidation and the wine goes brown. So there you go. Okay. Nareem, we spent half of 2012 in London. As Keely was working there, I was working half remote. Fantastic summer in central London with all the Olympics going on. Oh, the Olympics in 2012 in London, of course. Yeah. So I've got photos of my friends in the UK who went to that. That feels like a long time ago. Kay did a pastry cooking class in Hong Kong with work. Shares in a racehorse. Shillacking. Had to look at my pics too, Alison. So yes, Shell has come up. I did read this before, but I think it's worth reading out again. Leyden in grilled cheese is a revelation. So Shell, that was one of my favourite things when I was house sharing, because I was the only person in the house who liked Leyden cheese. And in a toasted cheese sandwich, the cumin and I think it's caraway seeds. Yeah, caraway seeds in the Leyden kind of warm up as the cheese melts. It's a very cool thing. So if you haven't tried it, it's definitely worth it. Chicken just out of the oven, said Rita. The house smells divine. Also got mash. I've been snacking on Gruyere, Gruyere is always good with old Chardonnay. Aged Gruyere, aged Chardonnay, just a beautiful match made in heaven. Craig getting a touch of alcohol on the aftertaste. Look, Dad's got the bottle over there. What's the alcohol? What have we labelled it as, Dad, on the back of the bottle? I think it's not a super ripe year, but we got good sugar ripeness without the flavours getting too overfull. You guys have all got a bottle in front of you as well. 13% on the label. Did we get to 35 people online for a second there? Oh, Shell, I love the bots. Oh yeah, we're down to 20 again now. The bots are going away. If you're not a bot and you're online with us for the first time, please, 13% on the label. So usually our Chardonnay is somewhere between sort of 12 and 13.5. 13.5 is a bit high. 12 is probably a little bit low for here. 12.5 to 13 is the sweet spot. I think probably, Craig, because the fruit has diminished a little bit, then that warmth kind of hits in there, but also maybe the wine's warming up and so the alcohol's coming forward a little bit. I think there's also quite a lovely glycerol texture to the wine, which adds to that texture that makes you think about alcohol. Are you okay, Jill? Jill's choking over in the corner. Did the wine go down the wrong way? It's pretty delicious though, isn't it? She's nodding and eating her terrine, so she must be okay. Fiona says ascorbic acid goes brown when it oxidizes. Maybe it's that. Ascorbic acid is not something that we usually see in wine, is it, Richard? Ascorbic acid. I need my chemist back, my chemist winemaker. So Fee was saying that ascorbic acid goes brown when it oxidizes. Maybe it's that. But we don't have ascorbic acid because ascorbic acid is not naturally occurring in grapes. It's not in any significant quantity, and we don't add it. So good idea, Fee, but not at this. It's more actually the colour pigmentation that has a tendency to brown with oxygen, in the same way that if you leave grape juice out, Chardonnay juice out in the air or bubble oxygen through it, it goes browner and browner. One of the reasons that this wine doesn't go brown as it ages is that we handle the juice quite oxidatively during the winemaking. And so we probably drop some of those easily oxidizable solids out of the wine before it even starts becoming wine. And the juice that goes into the barrel before it starts fermenting is quite brown. But the amazing thing about fermentation is that as soon as the ferment starts, all the brown drops out, and that becomes solids that don't what am I trying to say? With water, and it precipitates out. It doesn't go back into the wine. My brain, sorry. Yeasts love oxygen. So any oxygen that's in the juice and any oxygen that's bound to those to those solids gets eaten up by the yeast, and it makes the yeast work better. So it's all pretty cool. Dave can't choose between the 2011 Duck and Robinson. They're both drinking beautifully. I agree. They are beautiful. I do shall remember when we cracked 50. I think people were stuck at home a little bit more than they are now. I'm incredibly, I'm amazed, and I'm also really grateful that at least the 22 of you at the moment are interested enough to join in to this. 30 was very much close to COVID views on the live right now. I know, very good. It's very good. So we're thinking that, this thing, as our tracksuit pants said back in 2021, or was it 2020 when we did them? Anyway, whatever. This thing's got legs. It sure did have legs, and it still does. So we're going to keep going. I'd love to see if we could get back up to 50 people watching Drinks with Kate as well. So if you've got any friends who are Drinks with Kate curious, if you introduce them, then I might send you a bottle of wine. So how's that there's a little bit of bribery for you. Let's see if we can get the Drinks with Kate team up to 50, because I think that would be super fun, and that would make me have to work twice as hard with the comments and the questions. Back to The guys across the road have finished it, so yum. Trent wants to come and get another one. Trent, I'm not sure if we've got any kind of hanging around, but we can certainly help you out tomorrow. But if you come across and knock on the door, then Richard might be able to help you. Trent's keen to get another bottle of the 2012 McIntyre Chardonnay. It's not far for him to trot over, so feel free to come on over. I'm sure Richard will be able to sort you out. So what? I'm losing. Oh my God. No, tonight, right now. Trent wants some more. Wants some more right now. If you come over, Trent, and ring the doorbell, it's a bit dark. You might want to bring your torch. Richard could probably find you another bottle. Okay. Summer Olympics, Davis, 13% length on the palate. Yes, thank you, Alison. I think that one of the things I love about this wine is the length of the palate. It's quite, you can taste it for such a long time after it's left your mouth. Dave's going to invite his bots along. Drinks with Kate Curious. I know. I Rob, you gotta be up with the lingo. Dan, turns out we will all work for wine. Yes, who's that? Ian. Hello. I am wearing the new T-shirt. Here you go, Ian. There's another little glimpse of the new T-shirt. It is going to go out to everyone. Oh, okay. Trent's on his way, Dad, so you might want to see if you can find another bottle of 2012 Chardonnay. We'll work out the shop thing tomorrow, Trent. And Shannon, that's hilarious. Emily and Alison have said challenge accepted. Excellent. Would you ever do an entry-level quaffer Chardonnay like Devil Bend Creek? Pinot, oh my God, Shannon, we did for many, many years. We are currently experiencing an extreme Chardonnay shortage. And we cannot, for love nor money, find Chardonnay at the right price point and flavour profile to make a Devil Bend Creek Chardonnay. It's all going to our single vineyard Chardonnays and to our estate Chardonnay, and we're not making enough estate Chardonnay. So it's sort of a hangover from the anti-Chardonnay days. And also, I have to say, 2012 was right when all of the anti-Chardonnay, anything but Chardonnay sort of movement was at its strongest. And our distributors were just wringing their hands at the idea of selling any Chardonnay. Linda, Rich, I think he's gone downstairs to get it, but I'm not sure. He's gone now, so I can't give him any more instructions. But thank you, Linda. Hello. I assume he's probably gone downstairs because that would make the most sense, I would say. So we would love to make an entry-level quaffer Chardonnay like the Devil Bend Creek Pinot, but until we can find some more Chardonnay to go into that line, we are making in 2026 a Devil Bend Creek Pinot Gris again. So there will be a white wine, hopefully in the next. Richard's now looking out the front door of 2012 McIntyre Chardonnay in hand, and he's going out to do the delivery. He's doing a very good job, so he's done well. That's what happens when you live across the road from here. The service is amazing. Enjoy, guys. Ian, in response to the T-shirt, we got them yesterday. They're going out in the next couple of weeks. Anyone who's got a subscription for Drinks with Kate and has a box, because obviously this is box 2, wine 6, so we're at the end. So sad, at the end of box 2. But a lot of you have got box 3 about to drop. We have put it together. It's absolutely super. We are good to our neighbours. I know, Rita. He's on his bike. That's hilarious. Did you make the delivery, Richard? That's hilarious. Did you make the delivery, Richard? Not yet. No. He's on his bike apparently. He's on his bike. Yep. So box 3 does look awesome, Dave. It's really fun. Our guest wine is going to be one of our beautiful friend Barney's wines, a little Tempranillo light red / heavy rosé that he made, which is going to be really fun. And there's lots of yummy wine in there. Okay, I was and still am into anything but Sauv Blanc, but mellowing indeed. And turn the lights on. Yes, Linda just said turn the lights on. Jill said the same thing, Linda. What was there? Okay, so Ian, I know that you got the box 2 as a gift. So if you've enjoyed joining in, then I hope maybe you'll consider purchasing box 3. We can send you your t-shirts with box 3 then. Otherwise, we'll just send you your t-shirts. That's fine as well. There's a 2018 Duck Chardonnay in there. We can send you your t-shirts with box 3 then. Otherwise, we'll just send you your t-shirts. That's fine as well. There's a 2018 Duck Chardonnay in there. Our guest wine, Craig, is Barney Flanders. It's called Joy. It's named for his grandmother. I'm not going to tell you about it now because we're going to tell you about it in June. We have 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks free before box 3 is ready to start because of the subscription program and all that kind of thing. So we need to think of something for next week to look at. I think, Fee, what was it that you wanted to, was it Tempranillo that you wanted to look at next week? I can't remember. Rita has ordered some of Jill's jams with box 3. Well done, Rita. Well done. Peter and Karen are saying, oh, Rita, I didn't know you could do that. You can do anything, Rita. If you guys want more popcorn, remember the popcorn, we can, Gamay. Okay, Fee, we'll do Gamay next week. Jill and Richard will be in Sydney having a wonderful time. Jill's really looking forward to it. Box 3 and a t-shirt is okay. Ian, can you please send me an email because as the people who've been here for a while know, I have like a brain like a goldfish when I'm doing this because I'm multitasking a bit too much. So could you please send me an email to kate@moorooducestate.com.au reminding me that you would like to grab box 3 to go with your t-shirt. That would be awesome. Thank you. Gamay next week. And, oh God, now I've missed. Now I feel like I missed the anything but Chardonnay trend. I was clearly uncool. Me too, Fee. So I actually wrote my dissertation in 2008 through to 2010 about anti-Chardonnay sentiment in Australia. And back then, or in Melbourne anyway, back then, everyone that I interviewed thought that they didn't like Chardonnay, or that everybody else around them didn't like Chardonnay. So that was why they weren't buying it. But when I got them to taste a whole lot of Chardonnays blind, it was only the really overripe, over-oaked, over-malloed, cheap Chardonnay that tasted like buttered pop. Really overripe, over-oaked, over-malloed, cheap Chardonnay that tasted like buttered popcorn and pineapple juice that they didn't like. So we've come a long way since then. Chardonnay is super popular again, but those of us who've been drinking it all the time, it's a bit sad that we've gone from having excesses of Chardonnay in 2012 to we've sold through all of our Chardonnay except for our estate Chardonnay at Moorooduc Cellar Door within about less than 6 months. All our single vineyard wines came and went so quickly. So, you know, it's a funny old topsy-turvy world. It keeps changing. Preferences keep changing, and we're doing all right. Jill's muesli is amazing, said Nareem. Get onto it, peeps. Please grab another bottle. Richard Nareem's riding his bike from Hampton. Good work, Keely. Yes, we'll just set that up outside because Jill and Richard might be asleep by the time you get here, Nareem. And yes, Shannon, Jill's muesli is the best. And we're having trouble keeping up with the muesli demand at the moment, aren't we, Jill? It keeps selling out. So, if you want muesli, it's a good idea to ring ahead, because that makes Jill or Peter make another batch of muesli. Peter's actually pretty good at making the muesli these days. Are you there, Pete? Jill says he makes it best. So it's now Peter's muesli that Jill sometimes has to make when Peter doesn't make it for her. It is pretty awesome. I wonder how healthy it is, but it tastes delicious, and it's got lots of nuts in it and lots of oats and lots of bran. It's very healthy. Dan loves and hates that Chardonnay is popular again. I know, it just makes it harder for those of us who have been true to Chardonnay all the way through to access the wines that we want, and it's getting more expensive. So Craig wants to know, does this mean that people will get over the anti-savvy sentiment? Hope not. Chardonnay. I thought that was a typo on purpose. Hi, Pete. By the way, Pete designed and drew the picture for the T-shirt, so I think we should all give Pete a round of applause because it's pretty awesome. Peter says thanks, Jill, for saying that he makes the best muesli. He appreciates you. Jeff and Sue love the muesli as well. That's good. So it is toasted muesli, Rita. It's toasted and it's got honey, local honey through it. Sometimes Cotty and John's honey when we can get it. Sometimes the honey from down the road. It's got lots of nuts and a bit of fruit. It's awesome. Trent's just walked in with bottle 2. Thank you, Richard. Well done, you two. I love your work. Okay. So next week, we're going to do Gamay. The following week, I'm going to be in New Zealand, but there's no reason that we shouldn't do something from New Zealand. I'm not going to do New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, but I could maybe find, I know we're very, very lucky that you're not across the road, Fiona and David. Although, we like your company. So in 2 weeks' time, I'll be in New Zealand in a hotel. I will take my travel glass with me, Linda, and we'll do something from New Zealand. I'll have a think about it. It might be just whatever I can get my hands on. And I think that will work well. The time difference it's 3 hours different, I think. I'll have to work it out. Anyway, I've got 2 weeks to work that out. And then we start box 3 at the beginning of June. So if you haven't already got your renewal email, if you're subscribed to Drinks with Kate, you should get that any minute now. Pete's processing orders. He'll start delivering them next week. We've got a couple of weeks of order deliveries, and then we'll be ready to start box 3, which is going to be really fun. It's been awesome, guys. Thank you, everyone. Take care and enjoy the last of your Chardonnay if you haven't drunk it all. Shannon and Trent, enjoy your second bottle. Cheers. French Gamay or Aussie Gamay, Craig, whatever you like. I have a feeling I might be going for Beaujolais, but you never know what I manage to put my fingers on. Also, Drinks with Kate Live is this Saturday from 2 till 4. I know there's quite a few of you booked in. If anybody is feeling a bit of FOMO and wish they'd booked in, give us a call tomorrow. We can probably fit you in. But Jill's looking at me with evil eyes because she's done a lot of the cooking. So we don't have many spots. It's 2 hours for Drinks with Kate, 2 hours for two Gamays. Jill will fit in any special people. You guys are all special, so you know. If your Saturdays suddenly become free and you're wondering what to do with it, Drinks with Kate Live is here. You need to book it ahead of time though, because Jill's cooking. I've got wine. It's going to be ace, and we're going to do some more later in the year. So Morgon Crew, Dave's saying, if you want to do an Australian and a French Gamay, that's absolutely fine. I will have a look and see what I can get my hands on. I'll send you an email on Monday. We'll see what happens. Take care. I'm not going to New Zealand for another week, so I'll see you here next week. Jill and Richard are going away first. I'm going to be looking after Moorooduc. What are you apologising for, Craig? What have you done now? What's Craig done? I lost it. Anyway, can you bring 2 guests? Absolutely. Can you bring 2 guests? Shannon, give us a call tomorrow. Oh, that you can't come. We'll do some more later in the year, Craig, and we'll maybe even do one in Sydney. Who knows? So anyway, give us a call tomorrow, Shannon, after 9 o'clock, and we'll see what we can do. That would be another 4. Trent's dad and partner are here from New South Wales. Can we fit another 4 people in, Jill? Yep. Yep. Jill will have to go back to the stove and do some more cooking, but we can fit you guys in. Give us a call tomorrow morning, Shannon, and talk to Leonie. No, Leonie's not here. Talk to Liz or Linda. We'll fit you in. That would be awesome. And talk to Leonie. No, Leonie's not here. Talk to Liz or Linda. We'll fit you in. That would be awesome. I'll see you guys. I'll see some of you on Saturday from 2 till 4, and I'll see the rest of you next Thursday for Gamay. Cheers, everyone. Thank you. Woo! Oh, my car is really, really good. I'll tell you more about it tomorrow, next week when I've learned how to use it. Okay, bye.